Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Masterclass webinar. I am so excited to be with you this evening or this afternoon or tomorrow morning, wherever you are in the world, whenever you're listening to this. My name is Jennifer Bittner. I am the founder of the Dough Planner. I am also a Diamond Break educator with doTERRA Essential Oils, and I am so excited to be here with you guys this evening. / whenever you're watching this. So we have been putting on a 3-day challenge for those of you that participated with us. So my team and I curated some really awesome challenges to help you jumpstart your business, which hopefully you are able to take part in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then today is our masterclass on me just being here to pour into you to help you with time leveraging and organization and energy prioritization, because that is something that is so huge for me, especially just a passion of mine to teach other people. Having been in this business for 4 years now, I've watched a lot of people struggle with getting their business to fit into their existing life. And we all know that, times are busy, right? Like, we are all busy. And so to add in an extra business, a lot of the time can seem quite daunting, right? Like, where am I going to fit this in? Where am I going to have the time to do this? Hey, Anna from New Zealand. Awesome. So it is probably morning for you there, I'm guessing. That's amazing. So I'm going to do my absolute best to answer some questions, but I am also going to, once I share my screen, I won't be able to see any of the questions at that point. So once I'm done, I'll stop sharing my screen, and then I'll answer any questions that came up along the way. I'll do my absolute best to do that for you guys, because I really want to make sure that you get the most out of tonight's webinar, all right? So a little bit about me before we dive in, and then I'll let you know exactly what to expect out of our masterclass tonight. So I started my business with doTERRA 4 years ago. So last month, I had actually just celebrated my 4 years starting my business, and I had a huge vision when I first started that I had just recently became pregnant, and I decided that this was going to be my business that allowed me to not have to go back to my corporate job after I had my baby. So my goal was to hit gold by 9 months pregnant, and then knew that I wouldn't have to go back to work. That's really what my goal was. And so I worked double duty. I worked my full-time corporate career job. I worked in the fitness industry. I had been a general manager for 10 years of a multi-million-dollar club. It was super busy, lots of stuff going on. And when I was pregnant, I actually stepped into a human resource position. So it was still 9 to 5, but it was very busy, and I traveled a lot, and I still worked a full doTERRA business on top of that. So I had fitted into the nooks and crannies. I did it on my lunch hour, and in the car, I was always doing self-development or calls on Bluetooth, right? In the car, and my nights and my weekends were just, my passion for building this business was so high. And if you guys did the 3-day Jump Your Start business, you would remember on Monday when I talked about this, about manifestation and visualization, how important it was that at the forefront of my mind, I knew that for me to do that for 9 months, I would be able to quit my job. And so I did. So I will tell you that organizing and managing my time and leveraging my time and prioritizing my energy and where my energy was going was so crucial during that time. And I did. I hit gold a couple weeks before my daughter was born. And then I had my next goal, and that was to hit platinum before my daughter was 1 so that I could bring my husband home. And so I did. I hit platinum 1 year from the day I hit gold, and then I hit diamond 2 months later. So, in these last 2 years that I've been diamond, I have a blue leg in Northern Ireland that has gotten started. But in the last 2 years that I've been building within my diamond organization, there's been a lot of restructuring and a lot of things that have come up and growth opportunities. And I will tell you that I see so much of this piece, the organization piece, is so profound when it comes to running and managing a business. I can't even tell you. So I started the Dough Planner with my sister, actually, only a few months into my doTERRA business. We started it in August. I started the business in May, and we started the Dough Planner in August. And we ran it together for the first couple years, and I've recently taken over the company entirely. But I ran the Dough Planner as well as being pregnant, as well as working a full-time job and everything. So I may sound crazy, but I'm super, super organized and so efficient with my time. And that's how I've been able to juggle it all. And once I hit the rank of diamond, I really started working around the things that I love to do. I love to still grow my business. And then I also had the Dough Planner and all these other things, but none of this would have been able to happen if it wasn't for managing the things that come into my space and ensuring that I know what am I doing next? What is the most important things to do? How do I manage this time? Okay, so that's just a little bit about why I'm so passionate about teaching it. And you'll also be learning some of the things that I'm going to be teaching you. A lot of it was lessons I've learned along the way, and then some of it's even stuff that I did in my corporate career that I brought into my doTERRA business because of how powerfully it actually works. Okay, so how this is going to go tonight is I'm going to teach you 3 tips and tricks of just systems and tools, and just, you know, hey, guess what? This is my biggest golden nuggets I can give you. I'm going to teach you those first, and then at the end, I'm actually going to share with you a system that we use with the Dough Planner that can totally change your business. Okay, so I want to share that for you guys at the end. It's kind of like our first little launch of it, official launch. You probably have never seen us even talk about it. We have a few of our planners that have been using it for a couple, maybe a year or so, and we've been really silent behind the scenes about it. And I want to share it with you guys tonight because we do have some really, really special things that we're going to be letting you in on just for tonight, for you guys only, because you've spent the last 3 days with us doing our Jumpstart You program. You guys are invested into your growth, and so we want to be able to honor you and recognize you and give you those kudos and sort of help you along your journey, okay? I'm also at my in-laws right now. They do live like in the country a little bit. My sister-in-law got married yesterday, so we're down here. So I'm gonna just cross my fingers that our internet connection stays good. I couldn't make it home in time tonight to do this in my own house, so we're gonna pray. All right, so stick with me. If the internet does get a little bit wonky, we're gonna continue. We're gonna keep on going. All right, so without further ado, guys, let's jump into it. And I hope you have a little bit of time reserved for yourself this evening to take this webinar in. My business assistant said, Jen, you have like 30 to 40 minutes max. That's it. And I love to talk, so I'm going to do my absolute best to stay within that time frame. I really am. But if we're going, we're going, all right? And then I'm going to also answer your questions at the end as well. So let's dive in, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys right now. All right, so here we go. So guys, what I'm going to be taking you guys through right now is how to run your essential oils business on what I call a time dime. So as long as you have 10 hours a week you can put aside for your business, you can totally scale this. You can totally scale your business, okay? So anything less than 10 hours, honestly, it's probably more like a hobby, not really building a impactful business where we're talking scaling ranks and scaling your finance. Like for me, I'm most passionate about helping other people take this from like a side hustle to more of 6 figures. That's really what I get excited about. And I will tell you, like time and time again, I feel like I'm going to keep saying this, but organization is the key. I have leaders I work with right now that because we can't get them organized and it's just, maybe not in their wheelhouse, or they haven't really sunk their heels into the organization piece, I can see that there's oftentimes potential that goes lost because it feels like, well, how do I juggle being a mom and already having a business or working full-time and doing my essential oils business? Well, you can. It's just about managing your priorities. So here are the 3 things that I'm going to teach you tonight, okay? First thing is recognizing the difference between reactive versus proactive, okay? Reactive is when we spend most of our time responding to things as we go throughout the day. So, how many people, right, will have a full intention of doing something, of sitting down and having intentional time, then the notification goes off on their phone and they're like, okay, I just have to check that message, right? Okay, I have to, someone just sent me a message on Facebook, I gotta respond. Oh, I just got another text message, someone's asking, I have a builder asking about XYZ, I gotta respond. Let me just respond to them first. This is what happens. This is reactive. This is living in a state of where we're responding, and it's so instantaneous, right? People can wait till tomorrow. There is no such thing as like an essential oils emergency, right? Where someone needs you like this second, unless honestly, someone got oregano in their eyeball, right? So that might demand our time right away. But otherwise, most things can wait till tomorrow. And most people, if they don't hear from you instantaneously, they'll become resourceful, right? We teach people how to treat us. So if someone knows that if they send us a message, they're going to hear from us instantaneously, they're always just going to send us a message. But if we teach people how to have to wait for our responses, then they likely will become more resourceful and they'll find their own answers, which is really what you want anyways. You want people to become more resourceful. And the reason that I'm saying this is because you need to be able to carve out your time and be proactive. So making time blocks, having specific times in your day that are non-negotiable, uninterrupted, right? They are your chamber times. They are your times where you are in solitude just to get your work done, because it's imperative that you focus on those income producing activities and on the things that are going to move the needle forward in your business every single day. And if we spend our time in that responsive, like reactive all day long, you could spend all of your business hours, all of your doTERRA business hours, you could spend all of that time just responding to people. And then you never actually got anywhere. All you did was answer people's questions who they could have found their answers on Hey Google, right? All right, so my second tip, and then I'm gonna get into our slideshow, which will be my third tip. My second tip for you guys is what I like to call future time stamp, all right? So future time stamping is when you feel really overwhelmed with a lot of the tasks that you have in your space, okay? So you feel really overwhelmed that you've got all these things going on, you have all these things you need to do, you have all these ideas, maybe you have all these projects on the go, you've started a whole bunch of things and you really want to finish them, and then you start feeling overwhelmed that you do nothing, okay? Here's where my second tip comes into play. Instead, you future timestamp. So instead of all things being lost, you take an inventory of what is in my space right now. What is it that I really, really need to do? You write all the things down. Write all the things down that are even in your head, right? So like, okay, I've got to do, it could even be something around the house, right? Oh, I really need to fix the thing in the backyard. And then I really want to, paint the house that's been on my to-do list for so long. Okay. And then I really want to do that huge master class at the local, wellness center. And I want to run an oil camp for my team. And then I want to, and like all these things that you really want to do. And then maybe you have a bunch of projects on the go. Maybe you have 3 or 4 projects that you've started that you haven't finished yet. And again, they're just overwhelming you. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to write it all down, and then you're going to take your dough planner, right? You're going to take your dough planner. You're going to open it up. So for example, and you can probably see this in my dough planner right now. Let me open up July for a second. July. Back in May, I future timestamped in July. I wrote down in my this week's must do. I flipped the page to July because in May, I had so many things going on that I was like, I have to put some things out. So in July, I wrote, start the marketing campaign for our 6-figure network marketer course. So I'm running a course in October. It's a 3-day course. It's live in person for those that are in the Toronto area. But I'm running this 3-day course, and it's a really like intensive, big deal course, right? And I had it in my mind in May, and I was like, like I can't get to this right now. I'm launching a book. I'm doing these things. Like, how am I going to get to that? So I opened up July, and I future time stamped it. I got it out of here. I got it into a date. So when July rolls around, I'll be like, now I can start thinking about it. I had one of my business partners. She was like, you know, she's a mom. She's, you know, got a few businesses going on and all these things. And she started getting really overwhelmed. And I said, what are the things that are on your plate right now? We took a few of them. And we said, okay, that one, why don't you hold off? Write it in your dough planner for December. December. Decide when I'm going to launch my academy. Okay? Now let it go. Don't think about that until December. For me, my husband owns a racetrack, a speedway, and in the summers, it's like a write-off, right? Because now he's working full-time at the track. That's our on season for the track. I own my own business. He owns his own business, and life's crazy. And I really, really wanted to paint our entire house. And I had to future timestamp that because I wanted it out of here, and I put it in my dough planner for October. Like October 15th, it's in the week at a glance, book a painter. Now it's out of here, and it's future time stamped, which means it's not all lost. It's still going to happen, but I am not thinking about it until October. And then all this weight just starts getting lifted, okay? All this weight. Even sometimes you'll think to I really want to put my kids in an activity, but life is so crazy right now. You know what? I'll just wait till September. In September, I will look at getting her into an after-school activity. Done. Out of here. It's in the agenda, but it's not in the agenda for 3 more months. And I will tell you, 3 more months will roll around and you might realize that that thing is not that important anymore. And that's okay too. Okay? That's okay too. You have to allow yourself to let some things not be part of the plan if they're really not supposed to be the part of the plan. If they are supposed to be part of your destiny, they'll still be there in 3 months. I promise you. Okay? All right, here is tip number 3. And this is my fave, which is why I have a slideshow for it, okay? So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Stephen Covey, okay? So I don't know if my Zoom picture is blocking it, but Stephen Covey, he is an internationally renowned self-development leader, author, and he has written so many books on self-development, and he's actually written a book, and it contains this theory here. It's called the time management matrix. Even if you Google time management matrix, you will find tons of examples of Stephen Covey's time management matrix. And this is my 3rd tip, but it's the biggest one because this is actually one that I took from my corporate career when I was a general manager and I had, you know, a multi-million-dollar club that I was managing and over 50 staff and 5,000 members, and it was crazy, and I was working 12-hour days and it was nuts, right? But it was so busy and so many things would wind up across my desk. And if I didn't learn how to prioritize what to do, I would never have been able to get my job done. So this I've taken, and I used to do this in my corporate career, and I've brought it into my essential oils business. And like I said, I run 2 businesses, right? I have the dough planner, I have my essential oils business. And even with my husband's business, we really have to prioritize the things that we're actually going to do and where to put our time. So what this matrix is, and I actually have this on a whiteboard. So you just draw out the 4 quadrants the way you see them. So you see 4 squares right here. So if you took a whiteboard and you made these 4 squares, and the first square is going to be called Q1 for quadrant 1. The second square that we're going to go through them one by one. So I will reveal what each one says. The second one would be Q2, the third one Q3, and then the fourth one Q4. And you'll see the titles are along the bottom. And if you're doing your own time management matrix that you want to have at home, make the 4 quadrants and write Q1, important and urgent. That would be your title. So I want to teach you what each quadrants are and how to identify when things come at you, okay? So when different events or situations, you know, or to-dos come across your desk, come into your mind, come into your presence, come through a text message, you can automatically identify what classification and prioritization you are going to give to it, like that. And then you know whether that to-do is going to allow, like, you're going to allow it your time, or it's not something that we're going to be looking at right now. Okay. So for example, our Q1s are important and urgent. These are daily firefighting tasks. Like, these things are like, needs to get done right now. Crisis, pressing problem. Okay. We need to manage any to-dos ever ending up in that quadrant, because things that are in that quadrant make us operate from a state of chaos. It makes us be like, like, you know what I mean? You're just like running like a chicken with your head cut off. You're in fight or flight. The adrenaline's rushing. You're getting anxiety, right? Because the things that end up there, they're super important. So you know it needs to get done, and it's time sensitive. It's urgent. So you're kind of like, you know, you're just like running around like, okay, I got to figure this out. So you don't want to wake up, you know, you wake up, you sit down at your office to get some work done, and you look at your board and you're like, oh my gosh, I have 5 things in my Q1 quadrant that need to get done today. If you're that person, you're always going to be operating in a state of chaos. So we never want to have things in that quadrant already. We leave that quadrant empty so that if something comes up that requires our immediate attention, we can go for it. We can be like, I need to drop everything right now and give this my immediate attention. So for example, if you were out shopping and you got a phone call from your kid's school and they fell and like broke their foot, right? You would be dropping everything you were doing and race to that school, right? It is a Q1. It's important. It's urgent that you get there right now. That's not something you'd be like, you know what? Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna digest this and just think about it, and I'll get back to you and let you know if I'm gonna come pick them up. No, right? That's a Q1. It's urgent. This could also be something like, for example, imagine it was 5 minutes before this webinar started, and I just realized that I totally forgot to put together a presentation. That would be a Q1, because I would be like, this is important. I've got a webinar starting and it's urgent because it starts in like 5 minutes and I haven't put anything together yet. I would be running around like crazy in those 5 minutes trying to think of something to say and putting together my thoughts, and I'd have to drop everything else and attend to this, because it's important and it's urgent. So we never want to be in that state if we don't have to be. We want to manage things ending up getting there. And the way that we manage things getting into that quadrant is by being very good at our second quadrant, okay? So let me see here if it'll open up for me. Okay, so we want to spend most of our time in Q2s. Q2s is where we focus all of our time and energy. This is our strategies, it's our opportunities, it's how we plan. It's the things that are very important, but they do not have that time sensitivity. They're not urgent. So we can do them from a space of ease and flow and balance, because we know it's not urgent, that it has to get done right away. So we're doing it more from a calm energy, from joy, from a place of just that balanced energy. Now, if people are not very good, and if this may be you, or you might know someone like this, but if you haven't really mastered how to do the Q2s, you will find that you procrastinate, and then everything ends up becoming a Q1. And you may know people who are Q1 people, like that just everything is always urgent and important, right? Because they never take care of the things as they need to get done. They wait until the last second, and then they're always in a state of chaos, right? Anyone know anyone like that? Probably. So Q2s are crucial. This is where we want to spend our time. It is very intentional time. So these are the things every day that is going to move the needle forward in your business. These are the things that are going to take you to that next step. These are things like our income producing activities, right? Our self-development, our contacts, our follow-ups, teaching classes, doing our membership overviews and our lifestyle overviews, you know, attending the events, attending the trainings, preparing our presentation that's due next week. You know, you might have a huge event happening in 3 weeks. Well, a Q2, so today in my dough planner, I would write one thing I'm going to do to make that event happen. So for example, I'm releasing my very first book. So I have a book published on Amazon, and we have our huge book launch next Thursday. You know, we have this big ballroom and speakers coming, and it's a whole festivity. And I started planning that book launch in April. And every day, so in April, every week I was doing one thing. In May, I started doing one thing every day to help put together that book launch. And now it's like we're down to the wire. We've got less than 1 week before the book launch, and it's almost done. I'm almost like ready to go because I started preparing so far ago, because that was my focus, right? I focused so far out that I did it from a place of joy. When I was working towards the event, I was loving it. I was loving working on it because I was working on it so far out where there wasn't that urgency. Okay. So this will also include things like workouts, massages, self-care, meditation, prayer, church. Those are all things that are important for you to stay balanced, but they're not urgent. So you can fit them into your day, schedule them into your day. This is where the scheduling is so important for you guys. All right. Now I want to teach you the two things here, the two quadrants at the bottom that a lot of people get stuck in that do not move our business forward, but we don't even notice that we get completely stuck in these spaces. Okay. So the first one is the things we want to absolutely avoid. These are things that are urgent, but not important. Okay. This is where it's deceiving. So because it has the urgency, we assume it's a Q1, right? Because it's time sensitive. So we feel that urgency. So we assume it's a Q1, but it's not. It's not. So this is where the illusion comes in, where you have to be able to look at that and you have to really discern, is this a Q1 or is this an interruption? Is this just busy work, right? These are things that are not your emergency. Okay, so it could be someone else calling you and they want to vent and they want to talk about all of their drama and all these things, and you're like, this is not my emergency. Right? It takes you out of your flow. The 1 hour you had to dedicate for your business today, gone, because you were investing in someone else's drama, right? It also could be something like, you know, flash sale, Aroma Tools, 50% off, ends at midnight. And you're like, woo, urgency. Like, I got to drop everything and I got to attend. Like, I got to look at what I need, you know, from Aroma Tools. And again, like you had 2 hours of focused intention time that you wanted to get in a workout, your self-development, and then you wanted to get in your, you had to follow up with all of the people coming to your class. Not going to happen now because you needed to make sure that you got 50% off your sample vials, right? So you really got to be mindful of where am I being taken out of my focus because something had this deceiving Q1 when it wasn't a Q1, because the actual urgency wasn't of something that was important. So these things here, you're not doing unless you've done all your Q2s already, right? So someone else is like, oh my gosh, I need to talk to you so bad. I'm like so upset right now. And you have an hour left of your focused work time. You'd have to say, either don't respond until you're done, or if you have to absolutely respond, it's okay, I absolutely will get to that. I just need to finish writing this up. Let's chat after 5:45, okay? You know what I mean? Like, this is where you have to value you getting this done, because you got to remember what your goals are, what your why is. I would never have been where I am now if I didn't put that stuff first. right? There were so many things that I had to say no to, sacrifice, or like not be at or whatever, but it was because my vision was so much bigger. And that's sometimes the choices that we have to make, right? So let's look at the last quadrant. These are the things we want to limit. These are our entertainment purpose only items. These are the things that we do to escape or waste time. And I will tell you that most of the time what I see is people who are constantly operating in a Q1 state of mind. Always everything is left to the last minute, or everything becomes emergencies, and everything is always in that state of chaos. If they're not in that state of chaos, they're doing Q4s. Because they're so highly stressed out from everything being important, urgent, that when they have a second, they're like, oh, I need an escapism right now. I need something to minimize my stress. So what do? They play Candy Crush on Facebook, or they binge watch series on Netflix, right? So if someone is like binge watching series on Netflix, but then they're also telling you like, I don't have time to run my business, all this is just not being able to prioritize the time we do have. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, right? Beyonce has 24 hours in a day. Donald Trump has 24 hours in a day. The Queen has 24 hours in a day. We have 24 hours in a day. All of us do. It's what do we do within those 24 hours? Where do we choose to put those hours? One of my dear friends, she's a Blue Diamond here local to me, and she had 4 children under the age of 5 years old, 4 children under the ages of 5 years old. And she hit diamond when her 4 kids were under 5 years old. She built her business from 0 to diamond in like 2 years. So all of us have the same amount of time. It's just, how do we use it, right? Are you a nap time ninja where you're like building on your business on nap times? Like, I was a mom of a newborn kid who had just hit gold and was determined to hit platinum. And my husband worked from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it was like just me and my newborn. And I would strap her in the back seat. She would sit in her car seat, and we would drive up to this beautiful like back roads into the nearby lake. So she would fall asleep. She would take her nap. I would bust out my laptop. I would hotspot my phone so we would get internet on my laptop, and I would do work, because she would only sleep in the car. And I was cool with that, because I was nice and chilled, relaxed by, sun was streaming into my car. I'm like, okay, I can do this, right? You find ways to make it happen. You find ways to fit it in. When I did work full time and I was just launching my business, I fit this into every break, every lunch break, like I said, I commuted with my job. I was always in the car. All my calls were done in the car. I was always listening to self-development. When you want this, you fit it into the nooks and crannies. You find your way to build around it, right? Because if we focus on the Q2s, if we focus on those important activities every single day, we will get it done. You just have to be clear with everyone around you what your vision is, what your goals are, and then you make that happen. Okay, people may judge you in the interim. People may say things about you and like, oh my gosh, like, can't believe what you're doing. Like, you're working so much. Like, that's why the Q2s are so important. So you're still taking downtime, meditation, working out, whatever. You still got to fit that stuff in. But all that extra free time that most people are just spending in Q4s, right? Where they're doing all these things to just like minimize stress and waste time. You are spending in Q2s. All right? You are spending doing the important items that are going to move the needle forward in your business. So a lot of people will ask me, well, what are those important things? How do I even know what to spend my time on? Okay, this is great. Now I can start to prioritize. Like, when things happen now for me, so I have like a really itchy nose. When things start to come at me now, I'll immediately assess, like, is this a Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q4, right? Like, am I just doing this to totally minimize stress? And sometimes I'll absolutely agree to that. So I used to have my binge watching of Grey's Anatomy. I started from season 1 all the way to season 15, and I was obsessed with the show. So I wasn't allowed to watch it until 9:30 p.m. I wasn't allowed to watch it until like everything else got done that day. So I would wrap up. I'm like, check, 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 done. And then I would get to go watch. That was like my reward. So Q4s should be used as a reward for getting all your Q2s done that day, right? So then you can still relax, you can still enjoy, but you did move the needle forward in your business that day, okay? All right, so again, people ask, what do I do at that time? Here's the daily 6 questions, and you might just want to take a screenshot of this, take a picture with your phone. Hopefully I'm not going to be making a funny face. But these daily 6 questions, these were actually created by Edge Success, which was a group of presidential diamonds who had come together and created Edge Success. And these 6 questions have been used for years. And I love this because in your dough planner, we actually have right in the dough planner your daily self-accountability, which is 1 item of self-development, 2 follow-ups, and 3 contacts every single day. We call it the 1, 2, 3 tracking system, right? It's 1 self-development, 2 follow-ups, and 3 contacts every single day. So here are the questions. Who will I share oils with today? That's going to be your contacts. Who's attended a class I'll follow up with? There's a follow-up. Who's enrolled? I will help better understand LRP. There's a follow-up. Who's been using the products? I want to talk about the business. There's a follow-up. Who is building that I would like to support? There's another follow-up. What will I read, watch, or listen to that will help me grow as a leader? There's your self-development. These are the 6 questions you ask yourself every single day to move the needle forward in your business. And then you fit them into those little gaps. And this is why you need to use a planner. You need to time block everything. If you scaling your business right now is crucial to you, your family, your income, you getting out of that job that maybe you don't like, whatever it is, you have to be able to organize your day and energy prioritize. What gets your energy? I know when I've hit a point where I've been in a too stimulating environment, I'm too, I need a nap, whatever it is, that I just like literally walk away from a situation and go do what I have to do. I'll excuse myself kindly, but I will go take care of myself. So it's important that you really recognize, why am I doing this? Like, what am I doing? And then fitting these things into your day so that you get done the things you need to get done so you can build your business. All right. Okay, so those were my 3 tips. So now I want to talk to you guys about the solution. So if anyone is sitting on here feeling like, okay, I really need to get organized. I need to get organized. I need to have something, that is really going to help me figure out how to get my business together, right? This is what we are so excited to share with you guys tonight. So we have designed, and again, this actually is not even new for us. We've had this for a little bit, but we've actually never advertised it before. And we have a web app, which is your all-in-one solution for fitting it all in. Okay, this web-based app, we actually took our feedback from our beta testers, and so it's not found in the App Store. What we've actually done is created an online tool, which means you can access this from anywhere. Your phone, your laptop, your home computer, your iPad, the computer at your parents' house, doesn't matter where you are, you can access. It's all in the cloud, everything's stored in the cloud, and this is going to help you get organized. So if you are not somebody who is a paper and pen person and not using the regular dough planner because you just, you're so on the go, you're a technology person, you love everything being online, okay, I'm a paper and pen person. But we had a dream with this web-based app, and let me tell you, our team has been working like fearlessly behind the scenes to get this up to a place where we are so excited to launch it to you guys. So here's the thing. If you feel like your business isn't growing as quickly as you like because you're not organized, and because of that, you feel that you're not teaching classes and you're not being consistent or following up, and you're not tracking your expenses and you're not tracking your mileage and income, and you find that your customers are falling through the cracks because you're not organized in keeping track of all your customers and their education and getting them set up. If this is not where you want to be, if you don't feel like, playing 50% is for you anymore, this is where the solution is going to be for you, right? So again, if you're feeling like your business is just not growing as quickly as you hoped, and getting organized would really, really help you thrive, and doing it in less time. If you've got that 10 hours a week, I'm telling you, we can scale this, right? If you're ready to rank up and you need a system to show you how, then it's time to get unstuck, friends. Okay? There is an absolute solution that we have for you in terms of contact tracking, follow-ups, expenses, email drip campaigns, even group text messaging, a CRM system to keep track of all your leads, and actually pulling this information straight from your back office and populating it into our web-based app. So you have everyone in one place, right? Because if you have these blocks right now and you have a lack of organization when it comes to that, we know that it's going to lead to you not teaching classes. You're going to feel like you're failing to be consistent. You're going to know that you're not following up, and you're not tracking your expenses, and you're not planning future events, right? Again, because you feel like you're just working your business at that 50% ratio. You're kind of like half in, half wondering, how am I ever going to get this together? So this is why we designed this app for you, right? So this is designed for wellness advocates by wellness advocates. So the whole team behind the app are all wellness advocates. Our tech support, if anyone already has the app, you've probably talked to Dave Duffy. He is also a wellness advocate. Him and his wife are wellness advocates, and he has designed our entire app, does all of the tech, does all the bug fixes, anything that might not be going right, you're hopping on a call with Dave, okay? It's very a tight-knit community that we have, okay? And we listen to all of your feedback. So we've had app planners that have been with us for, over a year now, behind the scenes, that have been using the app, and we're very a tight-knit community. We have a private Facebook group. We listen to your feedback. You can post in there if you're having any questions or you need help. We are launching new webinars and weekly training on all the different features of your planner app, okay? So this is really going to help you stay organized. So here's the thing. If you feel that it's time for a change, okay, and you know your business could be growing steadily if you got yourself organized, you know that you deserve to flourish. You know that you deserve to scale your business, grow your wealth, reach for your true potential. Our team wants you to be achieving momentum through consistent action and organization. I will tell you, if you can't tell already, I am super passionate about helping people get organized, okay? So if you continue to operate without a system, guys, you're gonna wake up 5 years from now wondering why your business hasn't grown, right? Do you ever meet people that don't end up following through with their business and say, it just didn't work for me? Or was it possibly because they weren't able to find a way to make this work for them, to make it fit into their life? So we want to introduce to you the Dough Planner web app. And we want you to be able to snag this and sign up for the app during our limited time offer. Okay, so we have some freebies for you. We have some fun things to offer you just to help you get launched and get started. And to be honest, I use both the paper planner and the app, because I'm a total pen and paper person, which is why I created the Dough Planner to begin with. I love paper planners, but there's features in my app that I'm like, I love those, and they keep me organized and keep everything in one space as well. So you may be someone that wants to use both, but if you're just a technology person, then you're going to love the app, okay? So let's talk about what this looks like, right? So if you want to get organized and you are at your dream rank, your paycheck is where you need it to be, your happiness level is high, you could spend thousands of dollars on a coach or an assistant to help you get organized, or you could use one simple web-based app. Just letting that sink in. So here's the bonuses that are going to come with signing yourself up for the Dough Planner app. All right. So this is completely limited time. We're only replaying this webinar for 48 hours as well. So for those that missed the webinar, they'll have 48 hours to rewatch it. But what you're gonna get is one private group VIP Q&A call with myself. We're gonna be hosting that on June the 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And it's gonna be a live Q&A. So you come with your business questions, you come with any questions that you have, and I'm gonna be doing a live Q&A and answering all of those burning questions that you guys have. And it could be anything business related, all right? Could be anything, really. Anything you want help with, organization, business, you name it. You're also gonna get a copy of the Jumpstart Your Essential Oils Business 50-page ebook and workbook. This is a dynamite tool that you guys are gonna get absolutely free just for getting started with the app now. You'll also get access to our private Facebook community of app users, where you'll not only get access to asking us questions if something isn't working or you need to know how to use something, you've got any questions, feedback about the app, you'll be able to use our private community to post questions there, but we'll also be doing live weekly tutorial webinars right inside that Facebook community. So you will become part of our awesome planner family, all right? So what is the cost? It is $9.99 US a month. That is it, guys. It is like cents per day, and it is on a subscription, so you can cancel at any time. You won't want to, but you can. There is no commitment. Once you sign up, it's just month to month, but you will want to stay with it forever. Trust me, once you learn how to use all the different features, you are going to absolutely love it. And with all the other planner apps that are out there, I'm pretty sure they're about double, if not more. So we wanted to keep it super cost effective, and we wanted to keep our tight-knit family for you guys, because again, we're wellness advocates too. We want to be there for you. Nadia, my amazing, incredible assistant. You'd probably be hearing tons from her as well if you haven't already. She's amazing. Like I said, Dave, our tech support, he's the one that developed it. He does a lot of the support calls, but we are all wellness advocates, and we are here to help you guys get organized and use this for your business to launch it. So here is where you guys would go to sign up. It's www.thedoughplannerapp.com. If you've ever gone to thedoughplanner.com, where we sell just our regular planners, there's a link to it from there as well under the app. But if you just go straight to thedoughplanner.com, that'll take you to our main page. So this is what it looks like, guys, just if you need a little help here. So this is the page you'll land on when you go to thedoughplanner.com. You would be signing in, okay? So you'll be creating an account. So right down here, create an account, okay? And then once you create an account, you actually can save you can bookmark this page for easy login. And if you're doing it from your mobile phone, I personally use it mainly from my desktop. But if you're doing it from your mobile phone, you can actually save the icon to your home screen so that you can click it and use it like an app. But this will sync to your Google Calendar. So if you use Google Calendar, you've got a section for your dough planner in here. You've got a section. So this is like a month at a glance and a week at a glance, and it syncs with your Google Calendar. So you can do daily, monthly, get organized, plug everything you need to do in there. You've got a list of all your contacts. This is my mock one, so I don't actually have, oh, maybe I do. So I uploaded all of my, everyone. So we actually have a tool under your contacts. You can upload everyone from your back office. You can pull off your report and upload it right into this app. And then you, I'm not going to pull mine up only because it does have people's information on here, but you can filter everyone according to their lead type, whether they're a share, builder, upline, customer. You can email people, group email people from here. You can print off, I think this is my mock business one here, but you can print off like your income, your mileage, your expenses, all in here to help you for tax time. So to prepare for tax time. I think because I'm sharing my screen, I'm missing some of like the features here. But anyways, I'm not gonna go through everything, absolutely everything, but like we do have a drip system. So like you can create a drip campaign and you can send it out to people you sign up, and it'll send them 18 emails over the course of their first 365 days, and the emails come from you. So that is just an easy way to make sure your people are staying connected. And yeah, this is just an awesome tool, guys, to help you with your business, to help you stay organized. And again, just come into our community and allow us to help be a part of that for you. So I'm going to answer a few questions that have popped up here. And then feel free to connect with us and ask any other questions. If you go to our main Facebook page, just the Dough Planner Facebook page, our fan page, if you click on the message button, Nadia or Dave will get back to you quite quickly. They'll often get back quite quickly just through even messaging through our Facebook account. They're really, really great at that. So if you have any other questions. So let me see if I have any burning questions in here. Thank you, Anna. You never thought of doing it this way. Thank you for your tips. Oh, thank you, thank you. This is encouraging and inspiring being a mom of a 2.5-year-old daughter. My daughter's 3, so I totally get it. The 4 Qs are going to bring up more productivity. Awesome. Yes, so you have it already. Awesome, Amy. Woohoo! That's great. Does it work for Aussies? Absolutely. We love our Aussies, and I love hearing from you guys because I'm obsessed with your accents. So you'll have to send us some voice notes instead of just texting us if you ever message us in Facebook. What if we signed up for the app last week? Can we still get the bonuses? Send a message to us on Facebook, okay? Just send us an email. Reply to any of the emails that you've gotten for this webinar, all right? So excited for this app. I love your planners, and I'm excited to get the app. Awesome. Yay, Christine. I'm so excited for you to get this. I have got this. Can I get the bonuses? I've been thinking. Okay, yes. If you can, again, reply to any of the emails that you have gotten, Karen, and let us help you that way, just for the bonuses. And yeah, sometimes, people have different computers, or they have different phone, what is it called? Like updates on their phone, but different, not grades of phone, but I can't even think of the word right now. But if it's not working, if some of the features on the app are glitching or not working for you, Dave will get on a Zoom call with you, and he'll walk you through all your settings. He'll help set things up for you if it's needed. So don't ever fret about that. And we're going to be doing tons of live webinars, because a lot of people don't know a lot of the features that are available for them with the app. Like, for example, you can take your phone and you can take a receipt and take a picture of the receipt through your app, and it will actually scrape all the information from the receipt, and it'll save it in the cloud. So now you have records of all your receipts that you're using for your write-offs for your business. So that's a cool feature that most people don't know about. And there's also a feature in there that when you book in a class into your Dough Planner app, you book the class in and you put the address to where your class is. You can actually click on the address and it pulls up Google Maps automatically. So you can just GPS it straight from inside the app. It also records the kilometers from your home to the class and back, and it pulls it into your mileage in the app. Super cool features, guys. This thing is a no-brainer. If you decide to stop using the app, is there a way to download all the information? So you can't, I don't know if there's a way to download all the information if you decide not to use it anymore, but the information is saved, which means if you ever decide to come back to the app, all the information is still in there. There may be, that's more of a Dave question. I don't know if there's some things that can be exported, like your mileage, your income, expenses, all of that can be exported, because you can export it for your accountant. So at the end of the year, you can just print off all of your sheets that you've done inside the app and send it straight to your accountant. So some of the stuff is downloadable. I don't know if everything is, otherwise people would probably just use it for a month and then take all their go. I don't know. I have no idea. God, I just totally made that up. But I try to not answer questions that I don't know the answers to. Otherwise, I really do. I'm going to just make things up. So thank you. I needed this a lot. Awesome. What if we want both the app and the planner? I've got both. So we have a lot of customers that have both. So that find total benefits in doing paper and pen and then in the app. So yeah, the drip email is already created for you. Yes. Hey, Kim. Can we customize it with our logo? Ooh, another good question. You will have to ask Dave. I know you can add pictures into it. I don't know if you can customize it with your logo though. That's a good question. But I did create an entire series with the drip emails, but you can customize your own. So if you don't like the one that we created, the 18 emails we created over the first 365 days, you can totally recreate one yourself. Like you can create ones. We are eventually going to come out with ones for BOGO weeks and that kind of fun stuff too. It's in the works. We've always got fun, cool updates in the works happening. Thank you so much. Lots of info to help up love my business. Great. This is so cool. Yes, it is. Awesome. You've enjoyed the 3-day challenge. I'm so excited about that. Yay! Are the drip emails already written? Yep, I just answered that. Does it work for Puerto Rico? Absolutely. It works anywhere around the world because it's a web-based app, so it works anywhere. Germany and China are the only 2 countries that have to pay for the year up front because PayPal, it's a PayPal subscription, and their countries don't allow for PayPal subscriptions, but outside of that, anyone can download it. If you are getting any glitches, possibly because of like the server ends and stuff like that, just contact Dave. He is such a whiz. He's so awesome, and he will help you get it all working. Angela, set up your account now. Yay, that's awesome. Okay, well, I'm so excited that you guys are excited. And like I said, any other questions that you have, please let us know. Does the group messaging work in Australia? I know sometimes that feature doesn't work. Danielle. I actually don't know that question. Another great Dave question to ask. Wish he was on here. Why didn't I have Dave on this webinar with me? I keep saying, yes, Dave, and I don't know the answers, and I should have just had him on the webinar this whole time. So let's ask Dave that question. But I mean, I'm assuming it should. We have a lot of Aussie customers using the app, so it should, but we'll get that answer from him. Again, feel free to just hop on our Facebook page, go send a message, send a Facebook message, and Dave always answers the app ones and Nadia always answers the planner ones. So feel free to go on there and ask questions or send an email. Dave's email is support@thedoughplanner.com. Is it the Dough Planner or the Dough Planner app? No, I'm pretty sure it's the doughplanner.com. Is there a code for the bonuses? No, when you sign up, we will be including you. We will be emailing you for the live Q&A, and we will be emailing you the workbook. And then you will also have an email with the Facebook link in it. And then you just click and you request to add, and then Nadia will be approving everyone based on the email you use to sign up for the app. She'll know that. Okay, so I have admired and appreciated since I met you and purchased the first dough planner in 2016. Oh, that's so awesome. Yay, one of our originals. I love meeting our loyal customers that have been with us from the beginning. So we are launching the 2020 limited edition at convention. So that's where we launch our limited editions, and we only have 1,000 printed of the limited editions, and that's it. So once they come out, and it's going to have a different cover this year than the rest of them. So that'll be also cool if you love getting your limited edition. So stay tuned for that. Aroma Tools carries the limited edition. So awesome, guys. Well, love to you all. Thanks, Haley, for being an original too. Yay! Yearly subscription rate for Canada, US, so it's $9.99 US dollars. So when it comes out of PayPal, it'll automatically do the conversion if you're from Canada. Okay, and wherever you are in the world. If you're from Australia, it'll automatically just do the conversion for you from $9.99 a month. Yeah, so it's $9.99 a month. So it's like $10 a month, basically. So it's like, what, $2.50 a week to have all of this. So yeah. No, we don't have the yearly option anymore. So the yearly option is only for China and Germany because they need it because they aren't allowed doing subscriptions. So it's $9.99 a month US. Cool. So again, it's like a coffee a week, one coffee a week, the cost of a coffee a week, basically each week. All right. So yeah, $13.50 Canadian, exactly. Cool. So if you do need personal questions, personal things figured out, again, Dave is your go-to. He'll be the one to be able to hop on if, but our app group answers tons of questions. But again, we want you to make sure you know exactly how to use it. So he does calls, and he's a night hawk. So he does calls sometimes at like 10 p.m., sometimes even midnight if he's working with our Aussies. So he does a lot of stuff at night. So yeah, we're here to support you guys. Do I have to set up a PayPal account to pay? Nope. You can exit PayPal as a guest. So you don't have to have a PayPal account. It'll just, you just set up your credit card right through PayPal and it just does its automatic pre-authorization until you cancel it. But again, I don't think you're gonna want to, but it is an option if you need to. Okay, cool. So I think I answered all the questions on here. Amazing. So if you guys do have any further questions, again, reach out to us. I'm also going to type Nadia's email in here, thedoughplanner.com. Okay, so that's Nadia. If you send an email to her, she's awesome at directing it to either me or to Dave, depending where it needs to go. So we're always here for you. We love you guys so much. And we cannot wait to get organized with all of you. And thank you guys for who got yourselves the app. Welcome to our family. And we'll see you in the app Facebook group, okay, where we do all of our webinars and all that kind of fun stuff too. And I love doing webinars for you guys all the time. So you know what? Maybe we'll just have to continue to do some of these periodically as well. All right. Oh, and I think I have one more question from Kim. I see you raised your hand. I don't know how to like figure out where your hand is raised though, Kim. So if you do have a question, Kim, I know you, so just text me. All right, so we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for popping on. My poor Kelsey, who told me I had to be like 30 to 40 minutes. I just did an hour, so thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Much appreciated. Love to you all. Happy planning. And if you see me at convention, please come up and say hi to me. I would love to meet you guys. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a good night. We'll see you later.